This is an emergency temporal broadcast. We advise all citizens to recalibrate their perception of time. The 24-hour day, the 60-minute hour, these are not laws of nature. They are human constructs, a system of measurement we imposed upon the universe to create order. But we have discovered a flaw in this system, a loophole. There is a recurring temporal anomaly, a pocket of time that exists outside our standardized cycle. We have designated it the 13th hour. This is not a metaphor. It is a real, measurable period of time that inserts itself into our reality, and during which the normal laws of physics become unstable. It is a hidden hour, an hour that does not officially exist. And for those who experience it, it is the most dangerous hour of their lives. The clock on your wall is not just a tool, it is a gateway. And sometimes that gateway opens to a time that should not be. The 13th hour does not occur for everyone. It is a localized phenomenon, targeting specific individuals. We believe the trigger is a state of high cognitive or emotional distress. When a person experiences extreme anxiety, grief, or fear, their personal perception of time can dilate or contract. This psychotemporal distortion creates a resonance, a frequency that attracts the attention of a predatory entity we have named the chronivore. This being is not from our dimension. It is a creature that exists within the fabric of space-time itself. It does not consume matter or energy in a way we understand. It feeds on temporal potential, the unlived moments, the potential futures of its victims. The 13th hour is the hunting ground it creates, a personalized bubble of reality where it can isolate its prey. The feeling that time is slowing down when you are afraid is not just a feeling. It is a lure. When the 13th hour begins, the first sign is sensory isolation. All ambient sounds will cease. The hum of electricity, the distant traffic, the chirping of birds, all will be replaced by a profound and unnatural silence. Your own watch or phone will appear to function normally, but all other clocks in your vicinity will stop, frozen at the moment the anomaly began. You are now inside the bubble. The world outside continues at its normal pace, completely unaware that you have been excised from the timeline. You are alone in a pocket dimension tailored for you. This isolation is a psychological weapon. It is designed to induce panic, to make you feel utterly and completely alone. The silence is not empty. It is the sound of the cage door closing. You are no longer a part of the world. You are an exhibit in a private zoo. The second stage is temporal distortion. Inside the bubble, time does not behave linearly. Moments will loop. You may find yourself walking down a hallway, only to arrive back at the beginning. You might try to speak, only to have the words come out in a different order. Your own actions will become unsynchronized from their consequences. You will drop a glass, and it will shatter on the floor a full minute before you let it go. This is not a hallucination. It is the chronivore, actively manipulating the causal chain within the temporal bubble. It is disorienting you, breaking your understanding of cause and effect. It is turning your reality into a broken film, skipping and looping unpredictably. The goal is to render you helpless, unable to plan or react logically. You cannot escape a maze when the walls are constantly rewriting themselves around you. The third stage is the appearance of echoes. The chronivore cannot enter the bubble itself, not at first. Instead, it projects echoes of its past victims into your reality. You will see fleeting apparitions of people, their forms distorted and translucent. They will perform repetitive, meaningless actions, staring at a wall, walking in circles, reaching for something that isn't there. These are not ghosts. They are temporal recordings, the last moments of previous victims, trapped in a permanent loop. They are the trophies of the chronivore. The only way to fight back is to reject the bubble's logic. The chronivore feeds on your predictable, linear perception of time. To escape, you must become temporally chaotic. You must act illogically, run in circles, speak nonsense, perform random, unpredictable actions. By refusing to adhere to a linear, cause and effect pattern, you disrupt the stability of the temporal bubble. Your chaotic actions introduce noise into the system, making it difficult for the chronivore to maintain its hold. The looping will stutter. The silence will be punctuated by bursts of static. The bubble is failing. You are fighting the predator by refusing to be coherent prey. You are speaking a language of chaos that it cannot comprehend. Your irrationality is your only weapon. If you succeed in disrupting the bubble, the chronivore will be forced to manifest directly. This is the most dangerous stage. A single fixed point in the room will begin to darken, a spot of absolute black that absorbs all light. From this point, the entity will emerge. It has no consistent form, as it is a being of pure space-time. It may appear as a shifting mass of geometric shapes, a silhouette of pure darkness, or most disturbingly, as a grotesque amalgamation of its previous victims. Its presence will cause the very air to feel heavy, and the temperature to drop to near freezing. It has abandoned its subtle hunting tactics and is now resorting to a direct confrontation. It is angry. You have challenged its dominion, and it has come to personally reclaim its meal. The chronovore's attack is not physical. It cannot touch you. Its weapon is temporal consumption. It will focus on you, and you will feel a sensation of being pulled forward in time. You will experience your own future in a rapid, horrifying flash. You will see yourself aging, growing frail, your body decaying, your life passing in an instant. It is showing you all the moments, all the potential that it is about to consume. It is making you watch your own life being stolen from you. The process is painless, but the psychological horror is absolute. It is feeding on your future, and it is forcing you to witness the theft. The goal is to overwhelm your consciousness with the totality of your own mortality, to make you surrender your will to the inevitable. Your only chance of survival at this stage is to run, not away from the entity, but towards a clock. Any clock within the bubble. You must physically force its hands forward, past the 12 to the 1. By manually completing the cycle, you are asserting human, mechanical time over the entity's temporal anomaly. It is a symbolic act of defiance. You are rejecting its 13th hour and forcing reality back into its 12-hour cycle. The moment the hands pass the 12, the bubble will shatter. The sounds of the real world will rush back in, and the entity will be violently expelled from the timeline. You will be safe, but the clock you touched will be forever altered. It will be cold to the touch, and it will never tick again. It is a dead object, a casualty of a war that no one else will ever know you fought. After the event, you will find that no time has passed in the outside world. For you, an hour of subjective, terrifying struggle has occurred. For everyone else, not a second has gone by, but you will be changed. You will have a new, profound fear of clocks, of silence, of being alone. More disturbingly, you will have gaps in your memory of the future you were shown. You might not be able to remember what your children will look like, or where you will live in your old age. These are the moments the chronivore successfully consumed. They are gone forever. You have survived, but you have been fed upon. You carry the scars of the 13th hour, not on your body, but in the empty spaces of your own potential timeline. You are a survivor, but you are also a ghost of your own future. The 13th hour is not a one-time event. Once you have been targeted, you are marked. The resonance that first attracted the chronivore is now permanently part of your psychotemporal signature. The entity knows you. It remembers you. It will hunt you again. The periods of calm will grow shorter. The anomaly will trigger more easily. A moment of stress at work, a fleeting sad memory. You will be forced to live a life of forced, artificial calmness. Waiting, always waiting. Constantly policing your own emotions to avoid ringing that dinner bell again. Your own feelings become your greatest enemy. The horror is not just that it happened once. The horror is the certainty that it will happen again. You are no longer living a life. You are perpetually hiding within it, hoping the predator does not find you again in the quiet moments of the day. We believe the chronivore may be a form of great filter. In cosmology, the great filter is a hypothetical barrier that prevents intelligent life from becoming interstellar. We usually imagine it as nuclear war or climate change. But what if the filter is temporal? What if any species that develops a consciousness sophisticated enough to perceive and manipulate time inevitably attracts the attention of the predators that inhabit it? Perhaps the universe is silent, not because life is rare, but because any species that becomes too aware, too stressed, too emotional, is systematically harvested by the chronivores. The silence in the cosmos could be the silence of 1,000 civilizations, all hiding from the ticking of a clock they should have never been able to hear. This broadcast is a warning and a guide. If you find yourself in the silence, if the clocks have stopped, do not despair. Do not surrender to the fear. Fight back with chaos. Be unpredictable. Be irrational. And if it manifests, run for the nearest clock. Force the cycle to complete. You are not defenseless. Our human minds, with all their flaws, their chaos, their illogical passions, are the one thing the entity cannot properly comprehend. Our greatest weakness is our greatest strength. This broadcast will now end. We cannot risk the temporal disturbance it creates. Remember, time is not just a measurement, it is a territory, and it is inhabited. Be careful where you step, and if the clock ever strikes 13, run.